Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Cbudenz, your independent health insurance broker. Today, we are going to be talking about specifically Medicare supplement plans. I've made some other videos on Medicare supplement plans. I've made, Medicare Advantage versus Medicare supplement. But today I want to hone in on Medicare supplement plans and why I think a lot of people like these plans, why a lot of people deem these the best plans that you can get when you're on Medicare. And there's definitely some truth to that. So I'm not gonna go through the pros and cons of a Medicare supplement on this video. We're just gonna be talking about why Medicare supplements might be the best plan available specifically for your situation. So first and foremost, when we're talking about Medicare supplements, just so we're clear, because there's a lot of stuff like, oh, this carrier is great, this carrier sucks, right? There's a lot of stuff in the news about certain carriers, and I want to kind of cut through some of the noise and let you know what the reality is when we're looking at Medicare supplement carriers. Now, the most common Medicare supplement is Plan G, okay? Plan G with United Healthcare, Plan G with Aetna, Plan G with Humana. They are exactly the same. The coverages are exactly the same. They're not going to, one company is not going to deny something and this other company, wouldn't deny something. The coverage is exactly the same because you have original Medicare as primary. When that's the case, if original Medicare is paying a claim, your supplement has to abide. So whereas on other insurance plans, maybe Medicare Advantage, maybe insurance you've had through work, maybe if you're on the marketplace, right? The insurance company is kind of dictating, they have the final say, right? It's not how it is on a Medicare supplement. So don't get too caught up on the carrier. The only time we get caught up on the carrier is when we look at rate increases, we look at the loss ratio, we look at the size of their book of business. But as far as coverage and who's going to pay, and I've heard this company doesn't pay, you don't have to worry about that on a Medicare Advantage. So that's first and foremost. I wanted to let you guys in on that. Now, as far as why Medicare supplements are touted as the best, really comes down to a few things. Number one of the most important things why people like the Medicare supplement, why they're touted as, like I said, the best, is the freedom of doctors, right? You can go anywhere in the country that Medicare is accepted. So not being in the hands of another insurance company telling you where you can and can't go, right? A lot of people don't like that, and I can understand that. So when you have a Medicare supplement, you can go anywhere in the country that Medicare is accepted. No referrals, right? Very, very, very limited prior authorizations. They're not completely no prior authorizations, but we rarely run into prior authorizations on a Medicare supplement. So right there, that's a huge pro for a majority of the people, right? The ability to pick and choose where you want to get your care done. That's huge. The other one is your out-of-pocket exposure, right? When we get older, health inevitably declines. And so those costs due to medical, right, due to claims, that's a huge thing for a lot of people. They don't want to have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to pay. And on the Medicare supplement, talk about Plan G for an example, in 2025, your out-of-pocket's $257. You have a $400,000 surgery, your out-of-pocket's $257. So your out-of-pocket is way less on probably any type of insurance you have. You're probably never going to find a $257 out-of-pocket. Just doesn't exist except on the Medicare supplement. So those two right there are huge, right? Freedom to choose your doctors in the network, right? And the out-of-pocket costs, right? Those are the two main important selling points for a Medicare supplement. So if you're this person that doesn't want to be restricted by your network, right? If you want to have as low as out of pocket as you can, maybe you're fine with paying $100, $200 a month for that. The Medicare supplement's a great fit for you. Now, as far as like dental, vision, and hearing, we know that that's not covered by original Medicare, therefore not covered on your supplement. And some people, they really look at dental, vision, hearing as a huge part of their care. And if you're on a supplement, you might not care a whole lot about dental, vision, and hearing, right? Your main focus is the medical care. Now, you can get dental, vision, and hearing and purchase that on your own. A lot of my clients do that, or you can just have your Medicare supplement. So a lot of the times people on a Medicare supplement, their main focus is not dental, vision, and hearing per se, but more so their medical care, their medical out of pocket. And truthfully, guys, those are the two major selling points of the Medicare supplement. So if this sounds like what you would like, and this sounds exactly what the plan you'd want to be on when you turn 65 or you're getting on Medicare, please reach out to me. I am an independent broker, so I don't work for one carrier, right? We can show you many different options in your area. It does not cost anything to talk with me. If if I help you with your enrollment, it's not going to cost you extra on your plan. There's no obligation, right? I just like to help. I like to educate. And during this time, there's a lot of nonsense out there. So it's very important you talk with someone like myself or another independent broker who, can point you in the right direction, really show you the plans and give you solutions to what you're nervous about or scared about when you make this transition. So I hope this video helped maybe solidify your decision. So once again, if you need help, please let me know. Subscribe to the channel. I'm always going to be posting every week. So if you guys have specific things that you want me to talk about, please let me know down below. Hope you guys have a good day.